There are a couple big things to point out. The quote was, "The urge to destroy is also a creative urge." That's what British street artist Banksy posted on his Instagram the moment his painting sold at auction and then self-destructed. It all happened Friday night in London when Sotheby's sold Banksy's famous Girl with Balloon for $1.4 million. But right after the hammer fell, the canvas began sliding through the frame in shreds. Quote, "It appears we got Banksy," said a Sotheby's director. Now, Banksy posted a photo on his Instagram of the stunned onlookers at the auction, raising speculation that the mystery man himself, whose identity remains unknown, might have been at the auction and actually triggered the device with a remote. Now, he later posted a video showing how he secretly built the shredder into the frame years ago, quote, "in case it was ever sold at auction." Sotheby's tells me it had no knowledge of the plan and that it is in discussions with the buyer over the next steps. But the buyer may actually have the last laugh. Experts telling me over the weekend that the price or that work may be worth twice as much now that it has become one of the most talked about moments in art history.
I have a couple of questions about this that there's some mystery to this that doesn't make any sense. One is, if he built this into the frame years ago, it has to be battery operated.
Correct.
Correct. I don't know batteries that last that long.
Right.
So that's one piece of it. Two, he has to be in the room, or somebody has to be in the room to trigger it immediately. Can't really be done any other way.
Right.
So I have to assume that Sotheby's, even though they like to say they were Banksy'd, I have a view that they might have Banksy'd everybody themselves.
Well, there is a wide view that they knew, but here's the issue that no one really understands. This was what's called an artist frame, meaning that the frame is built by the artist, and in the catalog it said artist frame, which means it is technically part of the painting. Right. So Sotheby's cannot touch it. And Sotheby's also consults with the artist about how to handle it and how to frame it and how to display it. Okay. So if Banksy said to them, let's say, "I need to inspect that frame before you, because I made it, I want to make sure," so he might have had an opportunity before the auction to do that. Now, this painting was given.
They don't know who it is. So how would they even?
They don't know who the buyer is, but I'm saying.
But they know who Banksy is.
Somebody at Sotheby's might know who Banksy is. They may not. But somehow the painting might have gotten to Banksy, or he may have gotten to it. And remember this, the painting was made in 2006. It was given to somebody by Banksy. That person, whose identity we also don't know, was then consigned it to Sotheby's. So we don't know exactly when he might have done that before it even got consigned to Sotheby's.
But more importantly, Banksy is opposed to how high these prices are and is doing this in protest, or he's just finding a way to get us to talk about it?
Yeah, no. So the bigger picture here is that this explosion in art prices has caused a backlash among the artists. Now, we would think here at CNBC, this is great for the artists, right? Their paintings are selling for millions, therefore they can get more when they sell their art. But the fact is, most of the money and the wealth being created by these huge sales is going to the collectors, the dealers, and the auction houses.
Yeah, it's happening in the aftermarket.
That's right, not the artists. So the artists, there's the huge backlash among artists who want to say, look, you're getting rich off of us, and we don't like it.
But you think this was an effort to make a statement about that?
Absolutely. It was an effort to make a statement that it's the artist's revenge, right? Remember, a couple years ago, he set up a place in Central Park, a little stall, where he sold pieces for $60 that then went for $20,000. That was essentially sabotaging his own market, but he wanted to make that statement.
So he just doubled the value of this one for whoever gets.
Exactly.
So how is that? How is that getting back?
Well, some people say the ultimate prank here was on Banksy, because I think, to your point, it will help both the seller and the buyer.
Why didn't he pass it all the way through?
Why
did he stop
that's a good question.
Right, and some people say, was that the device failed? It should have gone all the way through, or did he actually want to preserve some of it to resell?
If we can go back to the chronology, he gives this painting away.
Correct. Or he either gives it or sells it for a very low amount to somebody who he knows and trusts, and who he probably said, do not sell this at auction. The guy probably said, I won't.
Okay. That's my question. Is this, in theory, possibly punishment to the person?
Yes.
And we don't know when he put that shredder in. Like, is it possible he premeditated this? He put it in, oh, if this guy ever sells, I'm going to do this?
And we've seen a lot of artists, Rauschenberg, Christopher Wohl, say to only sell something on the condition that it not be resold within a period of time at auction. And they have then done that, and those artists have either sued or been outspoken about what they've done. So again, this is the artist's revenge, saying, we're not going to let people get rich off our work anymore. At least that's what the statement was hoping to do. I think it had the reverse effect.